just got the text message that my laptop is finally working again. It's only taken me, a better part of a month to get all the issues sorted out. It's like everything broke at once. It is what it is. Yeah, no, for those of you who haven't seen like any of my posts and stuff like that, my laptop has been out of service for the better part of a month. Well, in and out of service for the better part of the past month, because originally my keyboard stopped functioning properly. It started doing like really wacky jank stuff, and it was just super bizarre. So I decided, or so I took it up to, well, first I tried going through Dell. That was a freaking nightmare. So after talking to Missouri Dashcam, he informed me that Micro Center there's a Dell authorized repair center and stuff like that for warranty work. So I decided to go out there and get the work done. Closest one to me is in Parkville, Maryland, which is like, 45-minute drive from here and whatnot. And took it there. They ended up diagnosing as the motherboard after originally Dell tried to replace the keyboard. That didn't work. Oh god. He didn't just park his truck there. He didn't. Are you fucking kidding? Dude, really? Of all the places that you could park your truck. And this is why people get pissed off at truck drivers. In that situation, probably more truck drivers are going to get pissed off at them, because that's the only way to get out of that parking lot. God, like, I'm sorry. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But yeah, so Dell replaced the keyboard. That didn't fix the issue. So Dell was like, oh, it must be a software issue then. And they were going to like reflash the computer and like all that other good stuff. But apparently that went and fixed it, because guess what? Micro Center diagnosed as the motherboard, replaced the motherboard, and voila, it started working again. So I would have lost all my data for no reason. So got that done. Got the computer back. When I got the computer back, it wasn't charging. They thought it was the battery, which wasn't covered under Dell's warranty. So, I contacted Dell and whatnot. It was $190 freaking to get the battery, because reasons. So I went back to Micro Center. They ended up saying that they were able to find a aftermarket battery for like $115, so I jumped on that instead, because that was just, it's gonna be an expensive week. So I did that instead, and still wasn't charging. So they ended up diagnosing it as the little charging, like the little cable that goes from the port on the side of the computer to the motherboard, battery, etc., whatever that is. And got that all sorted out, replaced that, and it's charging, operating like it should, and all that other good stuff. So they said that everything passed their diagnostics. So the only thing I have to pay for is the battery, because that wasn't covered under the warranty. Now, I didn't necessarily need to get the battery replaced. They even offered, I guess, to put the old one back in, because that didn't fix the original issue. But I was actually, in all honesty, considering putting one in anyway, because that battery was at the end of its useful life. So it was not holding a charge for nearly as long as it should. So it was just time to get a new one anyway. So I'm not necessarily happy that, I did it this week, because I got another major purchase coming up, hopefully. Because Blue 2 is finally getting put back together after being sidelined for, 4 months at this point? For almost 6 months. or 3, almost 4 months. There we go. English is great. So she's finally getting put back together because the upper part of the engine had to be rebuilt essentially. Had to get a valve job. We're harvesting the wheat and stuff. Neat. So yeah, that's gonna be an expensive one. And I just drove by the repair shop that it's at, and it looks like it moved again, and I didn't see it in the lot, so hopefully that means it's inside getting put back together. If not, it was hidden behind another SUV. If it was still sitting there, it was kind of hard to see when you're driving by and trying to look into the lot as you're driving by. But yeah, so hopefully I'm getting that back this week, as long as everything goes according to plan with that. Holy crap, $459? Holy crap! Son of a bitch! I should have gotten gas up here. I just paid $470. Oh, I'm salty. Oh, I'm so salty. Really? You know, it's that weird thing where for this road the person ahead of me is actually going slow. Because even though they're actually doing the speed limit, this is one of those roads that no one does the speed limit on. And it's like when you actually get behind someone that is doing the speed limit, it throws you off. But I actually applaud them, although they probably think that there's a cop behind them, because I'm in the Crown Victoria today, if you guys couldn't tell. Oh, that was bizarre. I'm in a weird zone or something today. There's only one spot on this road where excuse me, where my signal gets a little funky, and that was not it, so that's weird. That's a new spot to me. So we're actually coming up on a little road construction project, if you couldn't tell by the signs, and now the barrels. So they're actually putting in a new turn lane here. As you can see, this intersection is atrocious. More for the traffic going the other way, and for traffic trying to make the left out of that road. Excuse me, because that road, traffic going south or northbound. My apologies. Traffic going northbound has a hill where they can't see anyone that's stopped waiting to turn left. Many people don't slow down like you're supposed to for that hill, and so they pop over the hill and there's a car sitting there and they don't have enough time to react and slam into the back of the car waiting to turn left. So they're now making a whole new turn lane to hopefully prevent hopefully prevent more crashes there. And they're also just trying to make it better. God, I don't know why this week I'm so tired. But also I'm excited. Tomorrow I get locked up again. I'm helping Pop MD out at the training academy that he works at, so they're doing mock traffic stops tomorrow, and I was just told this afternoon that I might be getting the handcuffs thrown on me and stuff like that for it, so Man. Never. Oh, something else that's exciting that just recently happened. Graybird here hit 125,000 miles finally. Finally crossed that line. That's it. 25,000 miles away from the halfway point of 300,000. Coming up to 795 here in a minute. Hop on that, so head towards the Beltway. You know, they just repaved this road not that long ago, and whatever asphalt they use for this road is garbage. And it's fine because it's like, I know the company that do it, they resurfaced this road, and they've resurfaced plenty of other roads in this area because it's a major one. It's the second, I guess, the second most busy or big one, whatever. Because it wasn't the big red truck. Excuse me. It's like they use some weird asphalt, and that asphalt is just falling apart. The nice thing about the computer being ready this late in the day, excuse me, most of rush hour traffic is going to be pretty much over and done with at this point. So I actually have one of the first, well, my personal first one-day deliveries. Or not even one day, like same-day delivery. I ordered, because, you know, I'm an old person and a young person's body. I ordered a Rolodex for my job today because I have so many different, like, contacts and stuff that I have to call for work and whatnot. So I decided to finally just get one because I got tired of dealing with all the different business cards and stuff I got. Yep, there's a car next to you, dude. Big things I'll be happy too about getting my laptop back, so I'll be able to move what footage I have been able to save on an external hard drive over to it. Mama MD's laptop the past few days to at least save video because I can at least do that on her computer. I can't do any type of editing except for like maybe very basic, just like trimming and stuff like that. Because her laptop is more writing a school paper or just browsing the internet. It's not like really anything fancy, so to speak. Like, at least my laptop, it's I mean, it's 4 years old now, but it's still got good hardware and stuff on it. It's got the i7 Intel's i7 processor and a 1060, decent setup. It still does pretty well with a lot of the newer games and stuff like that. I probably am gonna upgrade. Can you like not slow down, dude? Come on. What was wrong with 70 miles an hour a minute ago? I think you speed right back down. See, that's the stuff that annoys me. And then he slows back down. Are the people that like can't just maintain a speed. You know, you can't just like find one, stick with it, and just do it. It's like, if you're that like unable to just maintain a speed, use your cruise control. Most cars have it. I get it's not all cars do, because one I'm driving, for instance, is an example of one that doesn't. Is when the police department that I bought those from, it's a small town, so no reason to have cruise control on one there. No reason for that. It's like, oh boy, you can set it to 45 miles an hour to drive down the main drag. For, the 10 minutes if you don't even get stuck at every single red light like I usually do going through there. So for a police car, it would only make sense to have cruise control if it's like a state trooper or something, someone like that that's doing a lot of like highway driving. And even then, like a lot of people probably would trust it to use it then. He's coming over. Change the line. New trucks left me. Oh no, what does this say? Jesus. What does this sign say? Disabled vehicle, I-83 North, prior exit 16, right lane closed. Alright, so that doesn't affect me in any way. Cool. I'm sticking a $6.95. What's that? I remember that. What? That's corrosive, I believe. 3082 corrosive. I think that's corrosive. Now I'm not entirely sure what chemical that is, but pretty sure white with the bot with black rectangles at the bottom. Pretty sure that's corrosive hazmat. Some of the stuff that I picked up on over the years because Mama MD, when she used to work traffic and stuff like that, would have to respond to a lot of the crashes around here and stuff. They had the hazmat, like little triangle book that tells you what all the codes mean and stuff like that. That way, you know, if you respond to a crash scene and you see that, hey, there's poisonous gas on this truck, there's a leak, you need to get people back. And also lets like the firefighters and stuff know that, like, all right, this is how we need to address the situation. You know, is it something that they can just simply put their respirators on and be fine, or is it something that requires more, you know, higher level grade response. You know what I mean? Like, I guess just because I feel like it, because I can, I'm going to take Charles Street and then take Joppa instead of 695. Just because I can. Nissan Versa doing Nissan Versa things behind us. The guy next to me is too afraid to pass, which is hysterical. There he goes. Like, when people buy a Nissan, do they, like, have to sign a contract that says that they will ignore every single rule of the road? At least specifically the Versa and the Ultima. I'm just public question. So this is one of those weird intersections in the area. So I want Kenilworth Drive here. So I need to actually stay in this lane and not take the spur, even though I'm still turning right, because I need to make the immediate left. The spur, although one could in theory do it, and people do it all the time, people have a harder time jumping over several lanes of traffic instead of just doing what I just did. Now they have to, take the spur and then jump over several lanes. And when there's traffic coming down the road, or you have to do that guy and wait until the last second. Because again, they can't read signs that say, hey, Kenilworth, go here. Go this direction.
The primary election and a new poll shows both the Democratic and Republican races for governor in a statistical tie. They're effectively tied, and they're very competitive.
I personally, if it wasn't for the fact that they have this intersection right here, totally, if I was MDOT, I would just come in and put in a bunch of pylons, make it impossible for people to make that cut. But because we have this turn right here, they need people on the main drag need the opportunity to be able to get over.
Only 4% are undecided, and just under half of the candidate are willing to change their mind.
What's going on?
Meanwhile, Mayor Brandon Scott and City Council, along with Open Society Institute of Baltimore and other organizations, are allocating $550,000 to abortion and family planning services. The mayor says he'd like the city to be a haven for those who live in states that don't provide access to abortions and health care.
I can't stress enough how important it is to really set for us to come together as a city to make Baltimore a welcoming place for people who now feel persecuted in their own homes.
The city of Annapolis paying tribute to the 5 journalists and staff who lost their lives in the Capitol Gazette shooting on this day 4 years ago. County Executive Stuart Pittman laid a wreath at the Guardian Memorial, and a mural of the 5 victims was unveiled at City Hall. Your midday rail lobby number 63630, the pin 49693.
I'm on Volvo any day now. It's more than just you trying to make a left turn. That's one of those lights that sometimes can be very, very quick. So it's like you gotta be on top of it. Italy. You said Italy wrong. Sorry. It's a Balmer City thing. It's the Han. It's the Han speak. There's for anyone from like the Baltimore region and stuff, you should know it. There's like the Camden area has like a very, very distinctive like accent, and it's just amazing because it's like, and that's one of the things that a lot of like people that grew up in Baltimore say. Instead of saying Italy, it's Italy. Like you just completely remove complete syllables. Oh, and also the camera right there. See, it's already got you guys, and you're also doing the speed limit, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a camera back there, speed camera. Mama MD actually got hit by it a few weeks ago. Okay, come on. What are you doing up front there? Come on, dude. Is it really that hard to park across from the detention center? In the tall building area where all my WBAL comes in. Grew up. Yeah, you're supposed to drive on the right hand side of the road, dude. Even when you're riding a bicycle. You need to stay on your side of the road when there's a car coming. Okay. Well, there's all the traffic. Alright, now one thing that I think I don't know if a lot of people have noticed recently is gas prices have ticked down a lot, and yeah, that's actually come down. Last time I was up here, that station was over $5 a gallon. It was like close to $5.20. So I couldn't tell you if that was $5.90 or $5.80. I would put my money on $5.90, but you know, that's something that I guess that's pretty nice right now. Just, I tell you, I've been watching how much gas I burned the past few weeks, and it's like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't happy when I was paying $3 a gallon. I still think $3 a gallon is too much, but it was still doable because I was actually somewhat used to $3. Because when I first started driving, that's how much I was paying for gas. I was paying $3.50 a gallon when I first started driving. So I've always been used to that. So when gas prices was $3, yeah, was I upset? Yeah, but it wasn't like, oh well, you know, it's just like, This is just how it was when I was in high school, so, you know, this is normal. But it's like when they went above $4, it's like what used to be, you know, $60 to fill up my tank, all of a sudden is $83. If I let this tank get all the way down to E, it is $83 to fill this car up. And the same with the other cars. In fact, the other cars will be more because they got slightly bigger gas tanks. Oh wait, no, I have that mixed around. This is 19 gallons. The other car is 18. But still, you know, that's $80 just for one tank of gas. And I tell you, the one thing that irritated me the most was probably when they were like, well, if you can't afford gas, buy an electric car. It's like, yeah, I can't afford gas. Let me just pull that money out and pay for an electric car. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually like electric cars to a point. A lot of them, I think, are too tech savvy for me, if you will. Like, if you just took like a standard, you know, Camry body or whatever, just made that into an all-electric car, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. I don't necessarily want that, like, oh, look at us, we're so futuristic. Like, I just want a car that looks decent, that looks nice. I don't need it to be like, I'm electric. Look at me, I'm flashy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the reasons why a lot of those electric cars, like, I actually liked it back when Teslas had the black grille. You know, it made the car look more traditional instead of how they look now. And I don't think the Tesla looks bad. Or Teslas look bad, but that's just a personal, you know, design, you know, taste, if you will. But to each their own. Ugh. Mows. A moe. Look at that. $4.50 a gallon. Holy crap. I mean, that's rewards, but $4.67. Come on, baby. Let's just hope they keep going that direction. I think a lot of people probably cut down on how much they were driving and stuff. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh yeah, that wasn't. That was gonna be. It's not Raven Boulevard. We're getting somewhat close to where my final destination, like the micro center. It's just up here. That's Perry Parkway, Perry Parkway, whatever it's called. It's like right past this next group of dealerships. So I'll be ending the stream here in a little bit. Then I'll be heading home, and hopefully, I probably, in all honesty, won't be able to get to editing any of my videos until Thursday at the earliest. So I'm going to be tied up helping my dad out all day tomorrow. And I doubt I'll be able to get one out tonight. So I'm looking at the time, and I'm already tired as it is. So I'm probably not going to be able to get any editing. But I'll get back on like schedule. I'll probably start every other week or whatnot, starting this Friday. So it's probably just what I'm going to end up having to do. This next light is where I need to turn. Like a perfect gap in traffic for me. Alright. Did they finally fix the fire marshal thing? Nope. We're still apparently in Laurel. It's only this specific spot. Go back right here. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for all those who tune in later. Thank you for the people that tuned in while this was going. Be safe out there, and don't drive like a moron. Bye.